So I think there's a brand new undisputed GOAT in the Sonic leaking community, because once again, this leaker has gotten things correct about Sega, which in turn leads to them also being correct about Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a pretty weird year for Sonic, right? It's like we have stuff that's announced and confirmed, and honestly some pretty exciting stuff when you consider Sonic and Shadow Generations, more so the Shadow campaign, because that's going to feature brand new levels, a brand new story, and potentially a redemption for Shadow the Hedgehog, because he's kind of that character that really hasn't been getting that much love over the last couple years. The meta era has not been too kind to Shadow, but with the Sonic movie coming out, with the new Sonic and Shadow Generations game coming out, there's some stuff to look forward to, but also it's weird because at the same time, it doesn't feel like there's that much stuff. I don't know. I feel like we've been getting spoiled and we've been blessed the last couple years. The last couple years of Sonic have been absolutely insane. 2022, there's been so many different projects across multimedia, games, etc. Also, we got some continuation of that basically in 2023 as well, with Sonic Superstar, Sonic Dream Team, Origins Plus. Like, there's been a lot of projects, but for some reason, it doesn't feel the same this year, even though there's a pretty good slate. To make a long story short, though, we've been getting some leaks recently, and it looks like these leaks are tying back to a new Sega announcement today about a brand new game. By the way, this brand new game is actually going to feature Sonic in it, and it's coming next month. But we're going to talk about how this connects to the other leaks, what this means for 2024 of Sonic and beyond. It's pretty crazy when you put all of it together, really. It's almost like a conspiracy theory that's actually true. So we're going to get into that, but please subscribe to the channel right now. I'll give you a second. And let's get into the news. So you probably heard me earlier in the video saying that there's a new game by Sega with Sonic in it coming very soon. Actually, as a matter of fact, this game will be coming next month. It was actually just recently announced that, and this is according to Apple Arcade, so this is real, this isn't like fake, coming to Apple Arcade this April. Apple Arcade, Sonic fans, cover your ears. It says Puyo Puyo Puzzle Pop. So what is Puyo Puyo for those of you who are watching at home and are not familiar? Puyo Puyo is a Sega IP that is extremely similar to Tetris. As you can see right here, it's got basically the same exact gameplay. So for those of you who don't know what it is, now you know what it is. So it's made by Sega. Sonic has been featured in it in the past, and now a brand new Apple Arcade game for Puyo Puyo is coming next month. If you look at the Sonic Stadium announcement right here, it says Puyo Puyo Pop is coming exclusively to Apple Arcade on April 4th. It will be available on all the compatible devices, and also it will have Sonic Puyo. So like I said before, Sonic is going to be in a game from Sega coming out next month. Here is some extremely choppy and broken footage of it, but here's what the game is going to look like. And if you look, wait, let's pause for a second. Yeah, you have the Sonic Puyo. So you have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and a Chow. I don't know if there's anything else. I think this is just a quick snippet. So yeah, this is a trailer of the new Puyo Puyo Puzzle Pop game coming. Apple Arcade and Sega are making an unholy alliance to torment Sonic fans. So a lot of you still watching this video are wondering why this even matters. Well, one, we actually have another new game announcement that could potentially feature Sonic soon, but what this essentially does, what this leak does, is that it confirms the GOAT status of the leaker Midori. Now, if you don't know who Midori is, if you haven't been caught up to speed with that, Midori has been making several leaks about Sega games over the last couple years with some pretty accurate results for the most part, but most recently they've been on record talking about Sonic games getting potential leaks. The first and most notable leak is the Sonic Fall Guys game that's coming to mobile. Now, we talked about this extensively. We have some videos covering it, but essentially what the Sonic Fall Guys game is, and by the way, just to keep you guys up to date, it's going to be on iOS and Android, so this isn't going to be the Apple Arcade situation. The game eventually got more information leaked, and actually gameplay footage has surfaced of this game. So it said, rumor, the new Sonic Fall Guys game is being revealed. It has 32 player matches. It's going to be a live service game, so there's going to be updates, probably character skins, cosmetics. Since the game is inspired by Fall Guys, it's going to have like 3D platformer racing, I would assume. It's, like I said, 32 player matches. It's going to be in 2024. There's going to be social elements in over 30 players on one stage. Sega Group IP collaborations are planned as well. It also says characters such as Tails, Shadow, Knuckles, Dr. Eggman, Amy, and Metal Sonic, among several others, will probably be available in the game. The objectives will be something like racing to the finish, collecting the most rings, or being the last one remaining. So those are some of the details. The game is also going to be called Sonic Toys Party. It's going to have something similar to those Sonic and Friends models as you see over to the right, but also something similar to the Nendo Droid toy. So you guys kind of understand the gist of what it's going to look like. We don't know if the game's going to have traditional Sonic gameplay per se, or is it going to be something similar to like slower, methodical platforming like the actual Fall Guys game. The characters aren't very fast in that game, and it's not really necessarily like a Sonic game. The only similarity they have is really that it's just a platformer. So the jury's still out on exactly what it's going to be, but you kind of have an idea as to what the game's going to look like. As you can see by the original Sonic and Fall Guys collab right here. It's kind of crazy that Sega is making a Fall Guys game after already collabing with Fall Guys. I'm sure that they're not too happy about that. So just to catch up to speed again, I just want to get all this up here, and I'm going to tie it all together. And I'm going to talk about the new game that was leaked out as well, which would also in turn probably lead to another Sonic appearance. So if you look right here, this leaker, Midori, also said a Sonic Chow game and new Sonic Sports titles are both currently in development for mobile devices. The Sonic Fall Guys game is going to release at the start of the summer. They're not developed by Rovio. So yeah, Sonic Chow and Sonic Sports. So right now there's 3 leaked mobile Sonic games, and the reason why we believe Midori is because footage obtained by Tails Channel. So Tails Channel, like these are the people that when you talk about Sonic news, look, I'm a YouTuber, I'm an entertainer. I talk about what I think to be true, and you know, I speculate and stuff like that. But this is like, all right, news outlet. These are people that they have to get it right. Me, I try to get it right, but like I said, I'm an entertainer. I'm not a verified news source. So they actually saw footage of the game, apparently. So this is what they're saying, not me. So if it doesn't come true, right there, don't come after me, go right there. So they've seen footage of the game. This is the reason why we believe Midori. Now let's get into another reason why we should believe Midori as well, and talk about the new leaked game. As you see right here, since the Puyo game is coming out, this is yet another confirmation of rumors from Midori, which they've reported on in the past. We're talking about Sonic Stadium. I've talked about this as well, and they've continued to prove to be reliable. So on January 30th of 2024, today's March 12th of 2024, this person had leaked out the Puyo game and correctly said it will be announced with Apple. So crystal ball into the future. Clearly, this is something that, you know, this person has some level of insight with Sega and their IP. It's not just Sonic, it's Persona, it's now Puyo, amongst several others. In addition to that, it says it is confirmed now. So this is the news from today. It says, let Tim cook this year. Get it? Tim cook? Let him cook? Okay. This year with the new Sega titles releasing on Apple Arcade, including a new Sega All-Star title developed by Hardlight. So I don't know if this is the same Sonic Sports game, but look, it says, can you tell us anything about the All-Star games? Is it racing again? Thank you. And Midori then responded and said, tennis. For those of you who don't remember, Sega did make a tennis game for Sonic called Sega All-Star Tennis or something like that. This game came out in 2008. It was for Nintendo DS. I think it was for the Xbox. It was for PS3. I'm not sure if there was a Wii version, but yeah, so you guys see right here, there was a Sonic tennis game. It was actually pretty good, to be honest. Like, I actually really like this game, especially the DS one. That's the one I played. And yeah, so apparently there might be a Sonic tennis game. Now, I don't know if this is separate from the Sonic Sports game. I don't know if it's going to feature Sonic. We don't know if it's even going to come out. But Midori has come out with some really good leaks. You know, it's kind of in line with Sega's strategy. They purchased Rovio, like obviously trying to expand into the sports market. They want to revive their IPs and stuff like that. So a lot of this stuff definitely makes sense. So it looks like the leak that Puyo is confirmed kind of confirms that Midori's got some sauce. Midori knows exactly what they're talking about, or at least have some level of insight. So we'll definitely be paying attention to whatever they say. So let me know what you guys think about the news. This stuff is pretty crazy. The leaks are just getting hotter and hotter.